I'm going to get into a lot more information about this situation of Atlantis and what I'm calling the Illuminati salvage plan, even though they don't like us to use that word. Now, this is one of the things that we just grabbed, Corey, off your website. These beings are kind of tall, they have elongated skulls, and you're seeing here an ice excavation with ancient ruins inside. What is the Antarctic Atlantis? What's going on with that?
The Antarctic Atlantis, it was discovered in 1939 by the Germans, and they've been slowly excavating it for a long period of time. As we've reported, and as Tompkins also reported, the reptilians basically control Antarctica. After the last cataclysm, they moved in and took over. So this group that we're calling the Pre-Adamites, they lost all access, the survivors lost all access to their technology, their cities, their libraries. All they had was what they had with them.
And these beings that are giants with the skulls are the Pre-Adamites.
Right.
Meaning, and this is something that we should have said in other episodes we did on this, that they're before the biblical Adam and Eve.
Right.
Like that was some kind of extraterrestrial seeding of the new humanity, right?
Right.
And these beings were there before that.
Yes, and they are genetic engineering freaks. They immediately started mixing their DNA with the humanoid DNA here, which made other groups mad because they already had 22 different genetic experiments going on. And this group moved in and started to contaminate them, these other 22 genetic projects.
And without getting into long details here, these people are the survivors of that cataclysm that we saw from Mars and the Moon earlier in our talk.
And the cataclysm seems to have happened because of their meddling in the 22 different programs.
And other years I've done this, and in fact, you can go online if you haven't already seen my YouTube video. I'm sure you all have. Where I talk, it's the Ascension Mysteries video, which was actually filmed right on this stage last year, or 2 years ago actually, because people didn't even know who you were yet. You were sitting right over there in the audience.
Yeah, I was the fat guy in the front.
We weren't that fat.
I see videos of myself from that expo. I was wow.
But right there, I'm dropping all this information. You can watch it online, get caught up on this. Giant skeletons with elongated skulls that have been found all over the world. And this is one of the big secrets, the idea, and again, we're going to talk way more about this tomorrow. The power elite believe themselves, whether we think it's true or not is irrelevant. Their religious belief firmly is that they are the hybrid human mixed descendants of these people, that they have descended from this race that actually is 500,000 years old, starting out on Mars. Would you agree with all that?
Yes, and there's zealots in that belief system.
And that makes them feel as if they are kind of like entitled to be the gods of Earth and that we're supposed to worship them and all this kind of stuff?
Yes, and most of these so-called elite really aren't blood-related. They've been led to believe that. So they will not only see themselves separate from humans, but to see themselves as the cattle herders and not have problems with the way we're treated.
So you were very excited about this idea of something going on with Antarctica, and you couldn't tell me about it, and it was driving me crazy. All these breadcrumbs. And then finally, just not too long ago, we did Endgame 2, which went spectacularly wild on the internet. We made it into a video.
Still waiting for
million
Endgame 3.
Yeah. Well, that's tomorrow night. It's the first stage of it. So I did a Jimmy Church radio show that had some of it in there too, and then we're going to write it up in the coming week or two, hopefully, because there's been a lot of crazy distractions going on. But suffice it to say, if you already have seen Endgame 2, you've heard a lot of this, but let's just review for people, what is the deal with these ruins in Antarctica? Is this part of the partial disclosure timeline? And if so, what are we going to hear about?
Yes, groups have been documenting in video and with they've had professors from well-known universities going down for 14 years now to create documentaries that are going to be shown to us once they make this discovery. But they sanitized all of the archaeological scenes, removed any of the bodies of the Pre-Adamites, and only left the humans there to make it look like it was a completely human civilization. And that's what they're first going to spring on us. And then after that occurs, eventually they're going to tell us, oh yeah, we have a secret space program. And that secret space program has been flying around finding very similar ruins. Therefore, there are aliens, ancient aliens. But why are they doing this? They see themselves as, they see this as their lineage. They see themselves as royal and entitled. They want us to do the same. They want us to see these non-humans go into some sort of a state to where we begin to worship them. And they want us to worship them as living gods.
How do you think that's going to go down?
It's not going to happen. It's already impossible.
Okay, now, dude, a lot of people have said, oh my God, Corey has become a cheerleader for partial disclosure. Let's just clear that up right now. Is this what you want to see? Is this what we've agreed is going to happen, or are we still working for something else?
Well, be careful what you wish for, but I'm wishing for full disclosure along with the secret space program.
Absolutely.
But we're in the minority. The Earth Alliance, all the negotiations that have occurred, they've already agreed they're pushing forward with this partial disclosure narrative. It's up to us to trip it up in any way we can.
But I just want to point out for everybody here that if you think about the effect of Pizzagate prosecutions, and Antarctica is Atlantis, and there's ancient ruins down there, I mean, what a paradigm shift even that alone is going to be. And you got to think about fractals and how once the truth gets dropped on people like this, I believe the outcome is completely unpredictable. This is freaking live streamed on the internet right now. It cannot be taken away. And if this little bit of truth is correct and you're watching this after this has become public, we said this before it was public, okay? Why would we be wrong about the other stuff? So what we're doing right now, Corey, is part of that full disclosure plan, correct?
Yeah, we're gumming up the works. We're putting out information that they don't want out, and they're not happy. They're not happy.
They're not happy about this.
This Pre-Adamite group has gone through great pains to remain in the background, and they do not want to be outed to the public right now.
So there are humans with elongated skulls that still live in the Vatican, hence they wear these elongated hats to hide their skull. And we've had folks like various whistleblowers have come forward talking about this, and the skulls have been found all over the earth.